Alrighty, good morning everybody. It is Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here on Monday. I'll scoot on back, and it was a nice, basically, slow trending market up, right? So there were a lot of good opportunities to buy on the pullbacks. Could have grabbed the pullbacks to the 200 all morning here and made some money on these pops. Of course, what happened was the bulls had trouble getting through the high the day before here for quite a while, and then pulled back and held the VWAP. So you had a lot of great opportunities to buy pullbacks yesterday. Remember, we weren't sure which way it was going to go because we had the counter signals on both sides of the range. So we had the two counter signals on either side of the range, and we were waiting to see who was going to win out and see which direction we were going to push, because it was a chop block that we were stuck in, right? So the day before, we ended up holding right around our scaffolding, within 2.5 points of our scaffold, or of our support and resistance level. And then as we came into yesterday, you can see it was like a stair step. We held the scaffolding, we held the close of the day before, we held 50% of the day before, we held the 200 on this pullback, we held the VWAP, and then the market opened and we just started holding again, holding the 200 all the way up. They had to go ahead and take it a little deeper into VWAP again. Great opportunity there. And then again, all morning you could have been buying pullbacks all the way up. And now we never made it to our target, which would have been up around 48.0607. So they just kind of stopped right in the middle of nowhere in terms of what we look at. Nothing really sticking out around 48.02 there on our charts, but we came right up to there, and that was the high of the day, basically peaking above the high of the day before, right? We came into it, couldn't get through, held VWAP, a clue for the bulls, and then popped to new highs. So I believe we finally broke out from the chop range we were stuck in for 2 or 3 days. And then at the end of the day here, again, stair stepping up to 200 the whole way. And then finally, once we started to get our pullback, we got the hold off the back end of the 200 and came down to test VWAP again. In my opinion, good opportunities here if you were buying pullbacks. If you were trying to short the market, I mean, once we broke out through the high the day before, right about this point, it should have been a clue that this was going to continue to rally. So if you missed the VWAP, you missed the 200, you got your pullback to your FMA here, or to the 200. Once it was clear what was going on, you got your chance right there. So in my opinion, some good stuff yesterday. And then interestingly enough, they came right back to the close of the high of the day before. That brings us here into our pre-market for this morning, Monday's Globex session. Guess what happened? The low of our Globex session was our support and resistance level, almost to the tick. And from there, so last night we came right to it. We held, and then look at this. Again, a breakout through VWAP, and then a pullback right to it. Nearly no risk. And you would have got this whole bounce through the overnight. So that's what's been happening here in the overnight session. We are now, at least right now, we held and stair-stepped up our levels. There's your VWAP. There's your Hopel. And now we're trying to break out through the high of yesterday, right, at the moment, and having a little bit of trouble. So nice stair-step action yesterday for the bulls, and nice stair-step action in the overnight session. That brings us here into our pre-market for this morning. So let's go ahead, get those higher time frames up.